Ling Aberration creature reveal. Jumping spider Cosmo drama. And is ARK 2 going to actually be seen at Gamescom? You're right, kids, it's Raasclark and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's get into it. So Community Crunch 422 just dropped last night and we got a lot to catch up on, people, ladies and gents, boys and girls. Oh yes, because Ling has been revealed to us, the new creature for Aberration. One certainly not exactly favoured by many people in the wider community. Not sure exactly how this one won the vote, considering the feedback to the initial Twitter post when it went out last night, though perhaps I'm too fixated on Mr. Syntac, you know, wanted Chimera gang in the fray. It's still here and it's clear, with bat wings at the ready, calling Batman from the skies. And you know what? I do like this. I think it's within keeping of the Aberration theme more than I expected, with my initial reaction to this feeling like it's not too far strayed from a rock drake. The devs go on to say this part raptor, part rogue feathery friend will be clinging onto walls, dodging attacks or launching volleys of barbed feathers. The Ling seems to turn the tide with precision, launching razor sharp quills that really cut to the point. In the original creature submission, I believe it was suggested that this thing would stack up attacks based on how many spiked feathers it launched at its opponent, increasing the amount of damage you put in depending on how many spikes have been punctured within its enemy. With war scaling on top to boot, you know what? Not bad. I look forward to seeing how good this is, if it's going to be a worthy mount, perhaps possibly the mount you're going to want to be using going to get your very first rock drake eggs. Everyone remember your very first journey down there to the depths. Not so easy, is it? Unless perhaps the Ling does the wonders for you. We'll have to wait and see. With the date reminded upon us that September the 4th, this is coming with Aberration. It's still there, it's still penned in. Will that date remain as it is, or will that date change? We will have to wait and see. But another creature that's coming with Aberration as part of the Bob's DLC Adventure Paid pack, that you got the Scorched Earth content and now you're getting the Aberration content with a bunch of steampunk things thrown in, as well as this creature, a shoulder mount. It was revealed last weekend. The Cosmo, a thing that's perched on your shoulder that seems to not only have an infinite bowler, maybe not quite a bowler, maybe just a slow stunning effect with its multiple web attacks being shot out from its placement on your shoulder, but a grapple. But not just any grapple, people. In the dossier, it suggests that you can use it as a handheld web shooter to snatch up items from the ground and swing around like a Spider-Man themed superhero, with a little pictorial image there to dictate exactly what this might look like. And what other grapple perhaps does this remind us of? Well, the one in Atlas that does exactly that, able to reel in items, players, people, and with its ability on top for you to grapple and swing from, and with you being able to attach yourself to anything with this thing, able to hoist yourself up and swing around from, aka like Spider-Man. I wouldn't be surprised if the grapple feature we see with the Cosmo is perhaps a like-for-like replica of the one we get in Atlas, which is certainly a big thing for Aberration. Everyone remember the Outcry backlash surrounding the grappling hook and the meshing capabilities it had when it was introduced with Aberration, with a lot of people saying bring a form of grappling into Aberration. Perhaps this will hopefully supersede that, though it is going to be in a paid form though, so I'm guessing the climbing pick will still remain to be a thing with Aberration. And if it's got the abilities like the grappling hook in Atlas, able to reel in items from a distance, I can see some issues certainly being produced from a pay-to-win arguments perspective when that arrives. But that ain't the drama surrounding this thing. Whilst it looks amazing, looks great, very lovable, cuddly, eight-legged thing to sit on your shoulder with light features on top, well, it's been covered to death by many other creators out there by now. And I'll let the original creator of the Mava Eureka that this was perhaps based on speak for themselves. Left in a comment in one of Jade's videos, do they feel like it was a rip-off? Absolutely. Popularity and appearance. Is it legal? Absolutely. Is it unethical? Well, that's a different story in my eyes. Because a creature very similarly looking to this was pitched for the votes for Aberration and didn't quite win, though it was super close in the votes. In fact, a lot of people weren't aware the Jumping Spider was only a handful of votes from winning the Aberration voting event, and it's not some coincidence they chose this as part of the Bob's DLC, changing it up a little bit to be this new Cosmo. Now look, there's certainly two perspectives to take on this. One is that this is ARK's product and you can do with what you will. You can inspire what you can and it can be influenced and put into the game. In fact, I believe Monarchy helped to inspire a bit of Club ARK, which is a great accolade. I'm not expecting any credit for Monarchy for things like this, new mini games where you get to dodge dodes, and there's a new parkour event. I'll be checking these out very, very soon. I'm looking forward to seeing what's been included to these whilst I've been off on holiday. And that's it, right? The world goes round. There's all these cool assets within ARK that inspire us to create mods, and vice versa. I guess, you know, end of the day, it's their products. They can do with as they please. And if you inspire something, isn't that a great thing? Well, as the creator of the Maver Eureka said, the ARK community helped it become what it was. Majority wanted a rideable jumper, so many of the ideas to contribute to the design were shared by other players, much like me and you, who wanted to see in the game one day accessible to all. Or maybe it just wouldn't make it, and that was perfectly fair. The underlying issue, though, is it's taking the work from these fans and putting a price tag stuck to it to make a profit. And the thing is, they should. I think it's very, very obvious that this is certainly inspired by the original post. And, you know, why not? Why not just simply say credit to the original author who had this jumping spider? But they can't do that. Can they do that? They can't do that, because if they do that, then they might be liable to have to pay the Maver Eureka creator. It's certainly a bit of a grey area, but I can see why they wouldn't credit the Maver Eureka creator because of that. If they credit them in any sense or form, then there's a possible technicality there. Do you get where I'm going with this? I feel like in a time where snail stocks are lower than they've ever been, they can't afford to risk anything in order to have to pay anyone anything they can. I think if Wildcard knew that they could simply credit without any proceeds going towards that Maver Eureka creator, I think they simply would. I think they would. I think they wouldn't have a problem crediting the creator. That's my take on it, and I definitely see that perspective. I think it's a real shame. I think they would, but money talks. Snail need money, so no credit for you, Maver Eureka creator. Although that being said, Homelander anyone in ARK in the new mod spotlight video shown at the end of the community crunch. Don't know how they're getting away with that one, but hey, I'll take it. Get to play as Homelander in the game, that's pretty cool. With a bunch of other things shown on top. I think it's definitely worth shouting out Marnie Mods with her new Owl Griffin variant, with a lot of people who are checking this out really enjoying this one. I will be checking this out on myself very, very soon, because I'm a big fan of the Griffin, and, well, you know, it's a Griffin type creature, which Nakatas, who's creating Astraios, shouted out with me initially finding it through, with his map certainly being full in development. But the reason the segue for me shouting out Nakatas is in a reply to one of his posts. Co-founder Jeremy popped up to announce that the console storage size limit for mods on console will be increased in the future. They're trying to increase these as soon as they possibly can. I thought you'd like to know that one. And yes, blink twice if you're okay, ARK 2. The news went rounds and rounds last weekend. I think it was listed on Gamescom as being a playable game at the event at the end of this month. And then after all the news spread around, was quickly removed. Why? Weird. Questions needed to know the answer as to what this one was all about. It's no secret that Xbox have paid a lot of money for ARK 2 to be an exclusive thing for their console. And well, for reasons unbeknownst to us, they thought they were going to have a playable version of this available at Gamescom, and that has quickly been pulled. The game that seems to be in development hell for the last God knows how many years now. Are we on 3, 4? I can't recall. We haven't heard much on this at all for a very, very long time, and well, it's still touted to come out this year. So perhaps, possibly, there were some wires crossed with this one, and instead of a playable version, though maybe it's nearly there, they decided to pull that version, and maybe, hopefully, we are going to see finally a new version of this in at least trailer form. Maybe. that's exactly what happened. And well, if that's the case, on August the 23rd, 24th and 25th, we're going to get some live shows from Xbox on the show floor, and I believe these will be broadcasted, so certainly will be keeping my eye on these to find out, is ARK 2 in fact not a dream but an actual game that is coming out this year, and maybe possibly coming out late this year? Maybe just Wildcard weren't quite ready to reveal it in a gameplay form and decided to play the safe route and go with a trailer only for Gamescom, and with the hope of it dropping at the end of the year, maybe? I don't know, man. I think I probably expect to see this next year still. I'm not expecting to see this in some playable version this year, but hey, wouldn't it be nice? I think a lot of people out there are very divided now and want ARK 2 to drop now. It's surprising, it's interesting to see the development and change of players' perspective from when ASA was announced to now. A lot of people want ARK 2. A lot of people are waiting for ARK 2 and ready to jump into this one more than they ever have been. So all eyes on Gamescom and all eyes on September the 4th, ARK Aberration. It's coming, only a mere few weeks away. Look forward to checking it out. I'll be checking it out on September the 4th, as well as many more videos coming your way right up until that date. So until then, my name's Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and as always, peace out.